Hi, this is James from Tabletop Gaming Guild, and today we're going to take a look at Ugly Gryphon Inn. This is a game published by Button Shy Games and designed by one of my favorite designers, Scott Almes. This is a one-player game where you're going to be trying to keep as many people in your inn as you possibly can. Now, these characters are very, very weird, so it's really hard to balance all their quirks and their irks and making sure that they stay in the inn and not too many people leave. Let's go ahead down to the table here. I'll give you a general idea how the game plays, and then we'll come back and I'll give you my final thoughts. Alright, so this is Ugly Gryphon Inn. Ugly Gryphon Inn is a single-player game published by Button Shy Games. This is going to be a Button Shy game, so they all come in this little wallet here, and they're always 18-card games. In this game, it's a solo game, and you're trying to keep as many patrons as you can in your inn by the end of the game. You need to have 8 or more at the end of the game, which will trigger when this deck runs out, or you will immediately lose the game if 7 or more patrons leave your inn. So that is your win and lose condition for the game. What you're going to be doing on your turn is you're going to have a inn phase and a bar phase. On the inn phase, you're going to pick one of these characters and place it on the top of your inn. Now, each of these characters have their own issues here. Okay, so each of these patrons is going to have different irks and quirks. So the quirks here is going to be food and smelly, and the irks here are going to be if there is noise directly above or below this room, bad things happen, or if there's 3 sound in the bar and it's really noisy, they also get mad. And they'll do the thing down on the bottom here, it'll trigger. So this one is the summoner sleepwalks out of the inn. It casting a spell as she leaves. Draw a card and add it to the bottom of the inn, which could be really bad. So you're going to pick one of these and you're going to place them on the top of your inn. That's going to be the inn phase. Then the bar phase is going to occur, and you're going to fill up to 4 characters on the bottom here. You're going to take a look at these symbols and see if you have 3 of any type. So here I have 3 smelly. None of the people in my inn currently are affected by smells, so they're fine. So I'm going to go again, and I'm going to go ahead and pick a character, put them on top of my inn, move the other one down, and then go to the bar phase and flip another patron. Well, now I have 3 noise, and as you can tell, this character here has both these characters are irritated by noise. But the first thing I would have done too is, before I looked at it, I would also have checked, before I drew, I would have checked to see when I placed them in the inn if anything are met here. So the left side, the irks. So this one said if there are 3 or more goblins in the inn, it basically leaves, bad things happen down here. And if there's noise directly above or below this room, this character doesn't make noise, so that's fine. However, now that I have 3 noise, both these characters don't like noise, so their things trigger. This goblin reminds his brothers of their childhood brawl. The old brawl starts again, and all the goblins leave the inn. That's the inn over here. Only one goblin leaves. The sleepy summoner leaves, and then draw a card and get to place it directly in the inn. And then we can see what happens with this. This is a clumsy wizard. If the wizard's at the top of the inn, the bad thing happens down here. This wizard casts a brand new spell. Take the 3 patrons below him and shuffle them and put them back in any order. So he never wants to be on the top, but there's no patrons, so he's fine. You'll continue doing this until one of those conditions are met. Either you have 8 patrons in your inn, or you have had 7 or more left. So again, I'll pick one, place on the top, see if any of these irks occur on the left. Then I will fill the inn here and see if I have anything trigger in here of 3 of the same type of icons, and see if any of my people in the inn are irked by that. So in a really quick nutshell, that's going to be how you play Ugly Gryphon Inn. We are going to do a full playthrough of this. I just want to do like a really dirty how to play on, or just a general idea how to play the game for this video. So let's go back at the table here and I'll give you my final thoughts on Ugly Gryphon Inn. Okay, so roughly that's it. That's how you're going to play Ugly Gryphon Inn. Now we're going to do a full playthrough of this game. So you'll see a video coming up in the future for that. So I'll give you a whole playthrough on how to play the game. And I'll probably do one or two with the expansions to that, or at least one more with the expansions in it. In this game itself, I really like how you have to have a lot of strategy on when you place those characters in the inn, balanced by what you have out and what quirks could fire. And you don't want to, mess with those irks and lose too many people. And sometimes you have to make the decision that I'm going to place this person in and they're going to leave. But it's my best option, and it's going to be the best to make sure that I could potentially win the game. So there's a lot of replayability in this game by the fact that it's random every time, but also it's going to take a while to figure out what the best strategies are to try to keep your patrons in the inn enough to win by the end. So overall, really great solo game from Button Shy Games. I really like it, and I also really like the expansions for it, which we'll do separate videos for those in the future. But if you're looking for a great solo game to play, especially since this is super highly portable, it's only 18 cards in this little wallet size thing. Now this actually has 2 of the expansions in it, so it's not even this thick. Normally, take it anywhere you want, plop it out. You could play a really nice solo game when you have downtime at wherever you're going. And it's really good for that. So I highly recommend checking out Ugly Gryphon Inn if you're looking for a solo card game that's pretty fun to play. So that's my thoughts on it. Thank you for watching.